And welcome back to Pete Lean Field. Tom Anderson with you from the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. This is the Soundbites Vintage pregame show. Post 320, Downs Huron in the first game of their doubleheader, 25-3. I spoke with Coach Mike Jansen after the game, and he felt so bad where the score was going. He was holding his players station to station, and they finally got through it. The rules for the tournament, the South Dakota teams have to play 5 innings. Normally it's a 15-run mercy rule after 3, and I thought we had hit that, and I forgot about that South Dakota rule. So with the win, Post 320 moves to 2-0 on the tournament. They'll be playing the Billings Bandits here in the second half of our doubleheader. Billings beat Huron in their game yesterday 9-3. That game was washed out in the 5th inning as the rains came through. It delayed the start of the 3:20 game against Cody last night until about 8 o'clock. But nothing but blue skies out here right now. A beautiful day for baseball and the second day of the Black Hills Veterans Classic here at Pete Lean. Games also going on across the parking lot at Fitzgerald Stadium. We'll get some updated scores for you as we go through our pregame here. So we'll take a break and we'll come back with more of the Black Hills Vets Classic. This is the Soundbites Vintage pregame show. Paisanos Pachillas, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches. And don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Back at the Soundbites Vintage pregame show. Billings Bandits moved their record to 3-1 as they handed Huron loss yesterday in that rain-shortened contest we were talking about. The score was 9-3. They got an outstanding pitching performance from Lucas Lambrecht, who had a shutout going into the 5th before giving up 3 runs. On the batting side, Levi Stonebreaker, 3 doubles and 3 at-bats, had a couple of RBIs. Bandits totaled 9 hits. 6 of those were doubles, including the 3 from Stonebreaker. Defensively, they were sharp with just 1 committed error. As a team, through their first 4 games, they're stroking a .408 average with 19 extra base hits, 15 doubles, and 4 triples. They've garnered 23 walks, been hit by pitch 9 times for added base runners, and they have 16 steals in their young season that just started this week. They had a doubleheader on Tuesday and a pair of games on day 1 of this tournament. They dropped their game to Sheridan yesterday 4-1. Brooks Lambrecht went 3 for 4 as the Bandits were held to just 7 hits in that contest. Levi Stonebreaker went the distance on the mound, giving up just 5 hits and striking out 7 and walking just 1. For Post 320, they've been battering the ball so far here in the tournament. They won their first game against Cody 22-7. They were down 7-1 going into the bottom of the second inning. They put up a 10 spot in the second, 5 in the third, and closed out the game with 6 runs in the 4th inning. They totaled, I think it was unofficially 19 hits. There were some errors that were called hits, some hits that were called errors. It all evens out, I suppose. But a 22-7 win, and then in the first game of our doubleheader here on day 2 of the tournament, a 25-3 drubbing of Huron, and it was a hit parade. Aiden Bird and Burke Eschmeyer, the only 2 Stars players who did not get a hit out of the starters, but Eschmeyer walked 3 times, scored a run, had an RBI, and Bird walked once and had a run scored before he was lifted for Beck Leidy. Cole Jansen went 3 innings, gave up just a hit, struck out 4. Elijah Ballard and Jaden Koffler came in and pitched an inning each. for the Stars. With that win, they move to 15-6 on the season. We're going to take a break, come back with the Traders Market starting lineups as we continue with the Soundbites Vintage pregame show here from the Vets Classic post 320 baseball. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at DakotaDiscountRV.com. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. And welcome back to Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. It's the Soundbites Vintage pregame show. Let's take a look at the Traders Market starting lineups for post 22 defensively. In the outfield, Ben Hassett back in left field. Where's number 15? Brooke Eschmeyer stays in center field where he started the first game of the doubleheader here. Where's number 23? Number 2, Colton Melhoff in right field. Third baseman Tegan Sales gets out from behind the plate where he caught the first game of the doubleheader. Noah Wald still at shortstop. Adam Jansen remains at second. And Max Speed still at first base. The combo on the hill and behind the plate, Beck Leidy is the starting pitcher. Colby Witt will be the catcher. For Billings, they will run their lineup this way. Leighton Robinson will lead off. Where's number 3, plays left field. Grayson Waltner. Where's number 99, second baseman. The third hitter is Brooks Lambrecht. He's a catcher. Where's number 13? Hitting cleanup is Lucas Lambrecht. Number 8, the shortstop. Levi Stonebreaker. Where's number 11, the third baseman, hitting fifth. Hitting sixth is Logan Fox. First base, where's number 35, the designated hitter tonight, Loden Eastlick. Where's number 44, number 4 in right field. Hitting in the number 8 hole is S.A. Flores and Ryder Murray. The center fielder wears number 7. The pitcher is Jaden Ott. For Jaden Ott, this will be his first appearance of the season. So post 320 again sees pitcher making their first appearance. Every pitcher that came on the hill for Huron was showing up in their first appearance for Legion. Some of those coming out of their high school team season into the Legion season. And for Beck Leidy, this will be his 6th appearance. His first start, has 9 innings, 10 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned runs, walked 8, has struck out 11, 1 hit by pitch, 3 wild pitches, 263 batting average against, and a 4.67 ERA. We're going to take a break for the national anthem and the ceremonial first pitch and come back with the start of this Stars Billings baseball game from the Black Hills Veterans Classic.
we would like to honor Colonel Joe Jacobson. Colonel Joe Jacobson is the United States Property and Fiscal Officer for South Dakota. Reporting directly to the Chief of the National Guard Bureau, he serves as the sole federal authority responsible for receiving, accounting for, and safeguarding all federal funds and property issued to the state's National Guard, both the Army and Air National Guard. In this capacity, Colonel Jacobson has formal oversight of more than $1.2 billion in fiscal assets and real property. After joining the South Dakota National Guard in 1988, he transitioned to a full-time role following the events of September 11, 2001. Throughout his 37-year career, Colonel Jacobson has served in numerous command positions and deployed in support of Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. He is also extremely proud to have two of his children follow in his footsteps by serving in the South Dakota Army National Guard. A dedicated supporter of his local community, he volunteers extensively for youth activities, including serving as a certified baseball umpire for 11 years. Colonel Jacobson currently resides in Rapid City with his wife, Jennifer. Thank you for your service, Colonel Jacobson. Let's play ball.
All right, so we are ready to get things rolling here as the Stars take the field. Take a quick look at our game sponsors for Post 320, Beersbach Equipment and Supplies, Strive Fitness, Denny Menhold Auto Group, Shields, Tatco Construction, Water Tree Hot Tub Saunas and Water Treatment, McKee Ford, South Dakota Mines, and Scoopy Cow, American Family Davis and Associates, Nick Davis Agent, Stuart Martin Remax Results Real Estate Team, Complete HVAC, and Anco Builders of Infrastructure and Communications, and our webcast sponsors, sponsoring not only the 320 webcast, but also the Rapid City War Eagles webcast. That's where I will be tomorrow. So I don't know that we'll have an announcer for the game against Elkhorn here tomorrow. If I can find somebody brave enough to step over here and give you some information, we'll do that. If not, we will be back on Sunday, pending the schedule, if Post 320 is playing here at Pete Lean. So our webcast sponsors are Playmakers, Mike's Auto Sales, Dakota Discount RV, Traders Market, Paisanos Paquia, and Sound Bites Vintage. So Beck Leidy on the mound for Rapid City Post 320. He'll be facing the top three hitters for Billings, Leighton Robinson, Grayson Waltner, and Brooks Lambrecht. For Leighton Robinson, he's had just 5 at-bats, has 5 hits, a double and a triple among them, 6 RBI, 5 runs scored. Waltner, 13 at-bats. Again, Billings coming in. They only played 2 regular season games. They won both their games yesterday. They're 3-1 on the season. So very limited numbers so far for the Bandits out of Billings. Their third hitter, Brooks Lambrecht, hitting 700 on the year, 7 out of 10, including 6 doubles. So top of the order, very lethal as Beck Leidy misses outside. Be a ball to start the ball game. Leidy, a right-hander. A little bit of short arm motion. It's a leg kick high, tucks it in. Misses with the second pitch and off to a 2-0 start. Leidy, his first start of the season. And that's drilled right up the middle. A single by Robinson gets things started for Billings. Grayson Waltner. Grayson Waltner 13 at bats, hitting just 154, driven in a couple, 3 runs. Has a strikeout, hit by a pitch, stolen base. And at first base, Robinson has been caught stealing, does not have a stolen base. That's about a 3/4 lead. Turn for the bunt, pitch outside, ball 1. Billings in the black uniforms trimmed in gold. Stars wearing their white pants, red tops. Tegan Sales creeping in at third, expecting a bunt again. Open stance from Waltner. He's going to swing away. That pitch catches high and outside. Strike 1. 1-1. Just underway, top of the first inning as we close out day 2 of the Vets Classic. Catch you up on the scores in the slate of games set for tomorrow. Throw to first. Diving back in plenty of time is Robinson. He can extend that lead by another step or so. For the most part, we've seen very quick moves to first by the 3:20 starters. Leidy misses outside. Witt takes a look down to first. Chases the runner Robinson back. 2-1 the count. On the second baseman, 2-hole hitter, Waltner. Similar stance actually to Max Speed. Opens it up, looking right at the pitcher, then closes it back up, missing outside, 3-1. Leidy has issued 8 walks in his 9 innings, so he has struggled a bit with control. They need some defensive help here. They raced the opening batter in the first game with a 6-4-3 double play, but that's not going to happen here as Leidy issues the walk, and Brooks Lambrecht hitting .700 on the season, 7 hits in 10 at-bats, 6 of those being doubles. He's driven in 3. He's scored 8 times, walked 3, been hit by a pitch once. So in their 4 games, he has been lethal, hitting out of the 3-hole with runners at first and second, nobody out here, top of the first inning. Leidy misses way outside. Leidy having problems finding a rhythm right now. The opening single by Robinson, then the walk to Waltner. Starts off Lambrecht with the ball. Lambrecht straight ahead stance out of the right-handed batter's box, bent at the knees, bat wrapped back around his head. He takes a look at that pitch, just misses high and outside, 2-0. Good eye by Lambrecht, that pitch looked pretty good. Lays off it. Now he can settle in and look for his pitch, up 2-0 in the count. Speed in at first base. This one skies high. Center fielder makes the play. That is Eschmeyer. And the runner advances from second to third. Showing the speed. Puts runners at first and third on the fly out. And the fly out chased Eschmeyer a little bit to his left. Then he had to spin back around to make the throw. So a heads-up play by Robinson tagging up and taking advantage. First and third with Waltner at first base. Has a stolen base on the year. We'll see if they try and get something going here. Saw a delayed double steal a couple of times from post 320 last night. A little unusual for them. That pitch misses high and away. Ball 1. So Lucas Lambrecht, the cleanup hitter. 286 and 7 at-bats. Driven in a couple of runs. No extra base hits. He has a little bit of a modified Tegan Sales corkscrew stance. That pitch is strike 1. Didn't look like it was all that far off from where the first pitch was. 1-1, 1 out. Top of the first. Sales playing even with the bag at third. Center fielder shaded slightly to left. He'll have to chase it to his left. Comes in, has to make the play at his hip. The throw comes in, it's cut off. Relay, not in time. Runner at first stays at first. So Robinson tags on the fly ball to center, moves to third, and on the sacrifice fly now, Lambrecht placed the first run of the game. Still standing at first is Waltner.
Number 11,
Levi Stonebreaker, 3 doubles yesterday in 3 at-bats, hitting .750. His 4 at-bats yesterday, or 3 at-bats, counting for his 3 hits. He must have had another at-bat somewhere along the way. He's 3 of 4 on the year, 3 RBIs, and those 3 doubles. 2 gone. Looking to find an alleyway again with Waltner at first. 2 outs, be running on contact. Trying to get the long run in from first base. 1-0 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard here in the top of the first inning. Stonebreaker, right-handed. Slightly open stance, puts it back over his shoulder. Fouls it into the fence. One and one. And Stonebreaker, the third baseman, steps back in. The number 5 hitter. Leadoff single results in a run. Aggressive base running by Robinson. That was an excuse me swing. Rolls back to Leidy. He'll pitch it over to Speed, and that is the inning. But 1 run in on 1 hit. No errors, 1 left aboard. We head to the top or the bottom of the first inning. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers. And we're back with more from the Vets Classic here at Peatling. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches. And don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Let's take a look at the Traders Market starting lineups defensively for Billings. In the outfield, Leighton Robinson in left field, Ryder Murray in center, S.A. Flores, the right fielder, third baseman Stonebreaker, shortstop Lucas Lambrecht, the second baseman is Waltner, at first base Logan Fox, Jaden Ott in his first appearance on the mound, and Brooks Lambrecht behind the plate. 4 post 320. Their Traders Market starting lineup. Tegan Sales leading off, followed by Aiden Bird, Colton Melhoff, Max Speed. That top 4 really hasn't changed much. Ben Hassett back in the lineup after sitting out the first game. Hits in the number 5 hole. Noah Wall drops down to 6. Jansen, Adam type. Followed by Colby Witt and then Burke Eschmeyer. So Jaden Ott, right-hander. Tegan Sales, our player of the game, Paisanos player of the game in the first game of the doubleheader. Looks at the first pitch outside, ball 1. He went 3 for 3, 2 runs scored, 5 RBI, and he reached base all 6 times with 3 walks, had a stolen base in there as well. He filled up the stat column. So if you had him on your Stars fantasy team, you did all right in that first game. If you had any of the other Stars, you did okay too, but he really put it together. This one, shot to right field. That is going to chase the right fielder back. One hopper to the fence. That's going to be 3, or they hold him at nope, they'll hold him at 2. Tegan Sales continues to scorch the ball here this afternoon. He's reached base 7 straight times. Now going back to the game last night, the Stars batted around in the second, third, and fourth inning, and they batted around in each of the 4 innings in their 25-3 win. They would love to see that same thing happen here. Sales gets it started with a leadoff double. Billings leading 1-0 here as we are in the bottom of the first inning. Aiden Bird stroking at .500, a 1.515 on base percentage, slugging at .870. That pitch high and inside, ball 1. Bird, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs. He's driven in 19. Thought about that one. Drops in there for a strike. He might like to have had that one back. The center fielder shading towards right, so there's a huge hole out in that left center field gap. Birds poked a few out there this year. That pitch outside. 2-1. Right fielder playing straight away, and he's going to have to shade. That's going to be a torturous right field until that sun sets. Closed stance for Ott on the mound. Takes a look at second. Good lead there by Sales. He's dancing back and forth. This one fouled off to the left side. The wind continues to blow from center to left field. Flag blowing briskly out there. Shadows starting to come across the field now. Just past third base. Not quite to the shortstop. 2-2 the count. The sun sets to the west here in the beautiful Black Hills. Look up and say hi to the big dinosaur up on Dinosaur Park. Throw back. Ott throwing off balance off the wrong foot, but a good move. Sales gets back standing up. And now they're going to talk, see if that might have been a balk move. So while the umpires discuss, we will. And they're going to agree that we play on. So we won't look at anything. We'll look at Ott getting ready to pitch with a 2-2 count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Leadoff double by Tegan Sales, number 2 hitter Aiden Bird at the plate. Ott delivers, and that is ring him up inside. Bird kind of flinched away. The umpires have given a wide plate. And the hitters are going to have to adjust to what the umpires are calling. That means protecting the inside part of the plate. It'll be Colton Melhoff with one out here in the bottom of the first. Melhoff takes a look at that pitch inside, and that plate is wide on both sides now. Bird got rung up on a pitch on the inside from the left batter's box, and Melhoff watches that one skim inside, called strike one. Sales again with an aggressive lead. That one high and tight. 1-1. Melhoff in the first game, 2 of 6, scored a run. Tagged 2 big ones to left center. Great outfield plays made by the left fielder and center fielder, swinging through the fastball. Puts the count at 1-2. Max speed on deck. Ott delivers. Melhoff swings. The ball gets away. Sales will advance to third, and the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. He can't scramble back. So the strikeout by Melhoff, but he reaches on the throwing error. So the throwing error on the catcher allows Sales to move to third. So the strikeout and then the throwing error. Melhoff at first, Sales at third, and the dangerous max speed throw back over to first. Melhoff with a couple of stolen bases on the season. 2 for 2. Speed blasted a massive 3-run home run in the first inning last game to right center field. And he swings through a fastball there, 0-1. After that 3-run homer, they walked him 4 straight times. And he ended the bottom of the fourth with a fly out to left field. Speed fouls this one back into the fence, 0-2. So 0-2, 1 out. Speed takes a look down at Coach Mike Jansen down the third baseline. In the box, ready, and that pitch hits him. So Ott, working the inside corners, got a little too far inside. Speed with the hit by pitch, that'll move Melhoff to second, loads up the bases, and the bases were drunk the entire first game. In fact, the Stars left the bases loaded at the end of each of the 4 innings. They scored 3 in the first, 6 in the second, 5 in the third, 11 in the fourth inning. And they could have put up more. Coach Mike Jansen called out the dogs and did not advance on any of the wild pitches, the throwing errors, advanced one base at a time on the hits. Ben Hassett, who did not play in the first game, Ott steps off the mound, wants to go through the signs again. He'll work out of the full windup. Hassett hitting from left side, lifts it high. It's going to be right field. Now the center fielder trying to fight the sun, makes the play, the tag, the throw. In time, no! Great slide by Tegan Sales. He slid to the inside pitcher's mound side of the plate. It looked like he was going to be nailed, and Lambrecht, kind of a high throw, tried to get the tag down, and that brings Garrett Haywood, the manager, out of the dugout. So Hassett with the sacrifice fly to center. Great throw by Ryder Murray, right on the money. Runners stay at first and second. So there should be 3 outs. That'll be an unearned run as Milhoff had struck out, but the error on the throw down to first base allowed Milhoff to stay aboard and Sales to advance. High chopper over the mound. It gets through the second baseman. That will score Milhoff. Another throw to the plate. It's cut off first and third on the high chopper. Went over the mound and then handcuffed the second baseman. So Milhoff scores. Speed advances to third. Wald with an RBI single. He continues to have strong days. 3 for 4 in the first game. 3 runs, 3 RBI. Jansen looks at the first pitch outside. 2 unearned runs in for post 320. They take the lead in the bottom of the first inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. 2-1. 1-0, 2 outs. That pitch just misses down and away, ball 2. Jansen with that low crouching stance. And he takes a timeout, not granted. It's okay. Pitch misses inside. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, first and third. Ott delivers, and that'll be strike 2. Strike 1. 3-1. Jansen, 2 of 2, 2 runs, 3 RBIs on the run, and Jansen is hit. It looked like he was hit by a pitch, but there's no indication from the umpire. I wasn't quite sure if it was still a live ball or not, but the second hit by pitch of the inning, Jansen was hit. Speed is hit. He's standing at third base. And once again, the bases are full of post 320 stars. Colby Witt with 2 outs to the plate. He's a number 8 hitter. They would love to keep that bat through the rotation alive. Witt takes a look at a strike inside. Speed at third, Wald at second, Jansen at first. Jansen with all kinds of speed at first base. Witt fouls it off to the right side. He's down in the count 0-2. Number 9 hitter Burke Eschmeyer sitting on deck. Last game, they went through 9 hitters in that first inning. And then they were on their way to another 20-plus run game. That one misses high. 1-2. Witt did not play in the first game. He is a regular catcher, but in the doubleheaders, they'll put Sales back behind the plate. Witt lines it hard into left field. That is going to be extra bases. That hits hard off the wall. That's going to score 2. They will hold the runner at second, and Colby Witt with a 2-run RBI double. And post 320 will keep the batting through the order streak alive. Eschmeyer to the plate. The courtesy runner will be Anders Lockhart as Witt will go in and get the gear on. So this will be the 8th straight inning that the Stars have gone through their batting order. Runners at second and third. Eschmeyer takes a look at the pitch outside, ball one. Jansen at third, Witt, a 2-run RBI double at second. Well, that's actually Lockhart at second. I believe Witt gets credited for the run should Lockhart cross the plate. That pitch is high, and looking down to third base was Lambrick. A 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning as the Stars continue to tattoo the baseball here in the Vets Classic. 2-1 pitch. Eschmeyer takes a look at the pitch high. Eschmeyer 0-2 in the first game, but he did walk 3 times, once with the bases loaded for an RBI, scored a run. And he'll take a look at that pitch, down and away. He walks again. Eschmeyer, once again, bases loaded of Stars. Garrett Haywood is going to have a conference on the mound and give us a chance to get caught up on the scores from today in the post-22 pool. Prime Mountain West downed Alliance 15-3 post-22 with an 8-0 shutout over Laramie. They are playing in the 7 o'clock game tonight against Dickinson as well. Gillette had back-to-back games. They defeated Dickinson 6-2. Did not have a score versus Grand Junction. That was the 4:30 game. In the 320 pool, it was Elkhorn by a run over Cody 10-9. Sheridan goes to 3-0 on the tournament as they shut out 16U Prime Mountain West 10-0. It's a 6-5 win Huron over Prime Mountain West, and then post 320 dismantles the Huron Tigers post 7 squad 25-3. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and the very dangerous Tegan Sales at the plate looks at a pitch high over his head. Started the game with a double. He was our player of the game in the first game, going 3 for 3 with 2 runs, 5 RBIs, and 3 walks. Rips through a fastball 1-1. 10th hitter in the inning. The right-hander delivers. Sales looks at that pitch, just misses outside, 2-1. Sales awaits the delivery. That one right down Broadway. No, missed it low, 3-1. Sales 358 before the game last night, and that's going to walk in a run. All these runs are going to be unearned after the strikeout by Melhoff. Would have made it 2 outs. They have a throwing error to first. Speed gets hit by a pitch. Hassett flies out to center. That should have been the 3rd out of the inning. But that scored Sales from 3rd. Walled at an RBI single, 2 RBI double by Witt. And now the walk-in of the run puts 5 runs up here in the first inning for post 320. Aiden Bird with 2 outs trying to keep this rally going. Does not want to leave the bases loaded for the 5th straight inning. Flies it over to the left side, and that's going to drift out of play. 320 with the bases loaded at the end of each of the 4 innings in that first game. Fourth inning helped along by not advancing on any of the wild pitches, just a base at a time on any of the hits. That has Bird leaning back inside, ball 2. 2-1, 2 outs. 3 red jerseys sitting on the bases for post 320. Bird looks at a high pitch, throw down to third, diving back in time was the pinch runner Lockhart. He is courtesy runner out there for Witt. Three and 1 the count. Bird fouls that one off to the left side again. Center fielder now playing straight away. First time up for Bird, they were shading him far to the right. But the left fielder playing much closer to the left field line, so there's still a big gap out there in left center. And Bird swings through on the full count pitch. His 2nd strikeout of the game, but the damage was done by the Stars. Again, they leave the bases loaded. 5 runs in, though, on 1, 2, 3 hits, 2 of those being doubles. There was the one costly error on the throw to first after the strikeout. At the end of one, 5-1 lead for the Stars on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Tom Anderson with you. Black Hills Veterans Classic back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. We go to the top of the second inning. The Traders Market batting lineup for Billings Bandits will be Logan Fox, their first baseman, followed by the designated hitter Loden Eastlick and S.A. Flores. Beck Leidy on the mound for 320 Stars. He struggled a little bit in the first inning. A single to lead off the game, a walk. That starts the inning the right way with a strike. Sacrifice fly scored Robinson, who had advanced from second to third on the flyout by Brooks Lambrecht. Got Stonebreaker to check swing back to the mound to end that inning, and it's a 5-1 lead for the Stars. Count of 1-1 on Logan Fox, hitting .333, 3 of 9 on the season. Leidy misses high and away, 2-1. Flores, one of 4 triples by Billings in their 4 games. Has a couple of RBIs, scored 5 times, walked twice, and lines a shot dead center, not having to move more than a couple of feet, was Burke Eschmeyer. So Fox tags it, but right to the center fielder. Eschmeyer, 1 gone. Designated hitter Eastlick, 3 for 6 on the season, 500, has a double and a triple. 15 doubles, 4 triples, 19 extra base hits in the 4 games played by Billings. Leidy catches the outside, no, ball 1. Shadows continue to creep, but it's still dangerous in right field. One hopper, speed, goes under his glove. It didn't look like he picked it up. We're just talking about the right field being hazardous, but it didn't look like Speed ever really had a beat on that ball, as it was a high chopper out of the box. Goes under his glove for the error. And S.A. Flores, the right fielder. The door left open by post 320. That could have been the second out. Saw what happened in the bottom of the first with the throwing error on the strikeout. Stars took full advantage of it. Leidy misses outside. Flores, in 8 at-bats, is hitting .375. He also has a triple and a couple of RBIs. Eastlick at first does not have a stolen base, a very short lead. Leidy takes a look, now delivers, and that misses high and away. So Leidy here in the second, continuing to struggle with the strike zone. Had just the 1 walk in the first inning, but he went deep in the counts. Right-hander again taking his time and catches that one high in the middle of the zone, 2-1. Two-one delivery by Leidy, just outside. It looked like it was going to be a wide plate in that first inning. The plate is tightened up a little bit. 3-1 delivery with one out, runner at first, very short lead. He's only a couple of steps off the bag. This one's going to be fouled off to the right side, running the count full. Lighty takes a peek over at first. Eastlick has no lead over there. That pitch misses outside. Second walk of the game issued by Lighty. Put runners at first and second for the number 9 hitter, Ryder Murray. Lighty up to 28 pitches right now in the top of the second. See what kind of leash Coach Mike Jansen. There's nobody down in the bullpen at this point. With a 5-1 lead. Again, 5 games in 4 days. You have to manage your pitching staff. That pitch misses high and away. Lighty takes a look at second. A little bit more of a lead at second base for Eastlick. Being a little more adventurous over there. A ball and a strike to Murray. Hitting 143 on the year. Has 4 RBI though. He's made his hits count. Swings through a fastball high and away, 1-2. One and two delivery. Lighty with runners at first and second, misses outside, 2-2. So for post 320, I thought I'd written down the pitch counts for the pitchers in the first game. Eschmeyer and Lockhart did not have high pitch counts. Ring him up on the breaking ball. Drops the hammer. Caught him looking. Playmaker strikeout. Makes it 2 outs in the inning. First and second back to the top of the order. Robinson started the game with a single. He scored after advancing on the walk by the second hole hitter. Then a couple of fly balls. Lifts it to right. Sunfield coming in on the run, making the play is Colton Melhoff. He had to come a long way and battle that sun, but he makes the play, retires the side, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left aboard, and it's a 5-1 lead as we enter the bottom of the second inning. That Playmakers recap brought to you by Playmakers in the Uptown Mall. And we will be back with the bottom of the second inning. We return to the Black Hills Vets class. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth, 5-1 lead for the Stars on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Traders Market batting lineup starts off with Colton Melhoff for the Stars. Bottom of the second. Pitch called, strike on the outside. Max speed, Ben Hastett, the second and third hitters due up here. 0-1 delivery by Ott. Catches the outside again, so that plate looks like it may have widened just a bit again. So Melhoff, key play in that first inning, got the strikeout. The ball got away from the catcher. He's going to one hop it to the third baseman. Almost pulled the first baseman off, but a Stonebreaker delivers on the throw, and there's one gone in the bottom of the second inning. Speed, after Melhoff reached on the throwing error from the catcher to the first baseman after the strikeout, got hit by a pitch. He came around to score. Sales, Melhoff, Speed, Wald, and Jansen all scoring. 2 players hit by a pitch in that first inning. Speed, one of them, Jansen the other. They both came around to score. Speed, a huge 3-run home run to get things started for the Stars in the first inning. Last game was 1 for 2, 4 runs scored as he walked 4 times. Lifts one high and back, and the catcher cannot locate it. Technically not an error, I guess, but that play probably should have been made. Lambrecht fighting the same sun that the right fielder and Speed on his error battling. Just never really located the ball. It stayed in play. So a reprieve for Speed, down in the count 0-2. And he gets rung up as that pitch on the outside corner. Again, the players have to adjust to where that strike zone is. It looked like it was wide. And then it shrunk a little bit in the top of the second. And it goes back to a little wider strike zone here in the bottom of the second. 2 gone. Ben Hassett to the plate. And the 8-inning streak of sending 9 batters to the plate, or 9+ in jeopardy now. Hassett keeps the inning alive, though, with a single to right. Noah Wald singled, knocked in a run, scored a run in the 5-run first inning. They rallied in the game against Cody with 2 outs. After a leadoff double by Wald in that 10-run second, there were 2 outs, and then they went to work. Scored 10 runs with 2 outs in that inning, aided by some poor fielding by the outfield. Throw to first, nothing happening there. Pitch high in the air. It's going to be handled by the shortstop, and that will end the inning. That'll end the streak. We're batting through the order. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 left standing. Playmakers with the inning recap. And we are going to the top of the third when we come back to the Black Hills Classic. This is 3:20 baseball. Paisanos Pachillas, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches. And don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Traders Market batting lineup here in the top of the third. For Billings will be the number 2 hitter, Grayson Waltner, followed by the catcher, Brooks Lambrecht, and the cleanup hitter, the shortstop, Lucas Lambrecht. 5-1 lead entering the top of the third for the Stars on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. The Stars will take on the team from Nebraska tomorrow, Elkhorn. Elkhorn with a 1-run win over Cody today, 10-9. They lost a couple of games on the opening day, so now they're 1-2 in the tournament. Waltner drew a walk in that first inning, which was key because that moved Robinson to second base. He advanced to third on a fly out to center and then scored on a fly out to center for the one run plated for Billings. That pitch just out of the strike zone, high and away, ball one. Waltner, one of 2 walks issued so far in the first 2 innings by Beck Leidy. This one chopped on the ground. Wald retreats. Tough play, and Speed can't come up with it. And on the throwing error by the shortstop, the runner turns the corner, and Waltner ends up at second. Wald had to retreat to play the second true hop, and then his throw off the mark. Speed at about 6'3", has a lot of stretch over there, but couldn't come up with the dig. So the 2-bag error sticks Waltner at second base. The number 3 hitter, Brooks Lambrecht, flew out to center field his first time up, hitting .700 coming into today's game. 7 of 10. And 6 of those hits have been doubles. Those 6 doubles, he's driven in just 3 runs. Looking to add to that total in a 5-1 deficit, top of the third. Leidy waits, and this one driven to left field. That will score a run. Rounding first and thinking about going to second. He might have made it. It was very slow reaction by Ben Hassett out there. This grass still may be a little bit wet from all the rain yesterday. They had the tarp covering the infield, but not the outfield. Those balls have been hitting that grass out there and have been not picking up much momentum. So the RBI single makes it a 5-2 game as Lucas Lambrecht knocked in the first run with the sacrifice fly to center. To the plate now with nobody out. Runner on first. This will be a chopper foul. Just outside the foul line as it crosses third base. 0-1. Lucas Lambrecht has a couple of RBIs, no extra base hits, 286 in 7 at-bats. Leidy takes a look at first and delivers. Pitch got away from Witt, but he's able to recover. And Lambrecht stays at first base. Brooks Lambrecht, 2 stolen bases on the season. Leidy working slowly out on the mound. Checks the runner at first. Decent lead, but not a great lead. That pitch just misses down and away. 2-1. The shadows continue to creep. Now the infield pretty much covered by shadow. So the ball not coming from sun to shadow. A little easier on the hitters. Shadow starting to stretch across left and center field. Right field is still going to be a hazard. 2-2 the count. Levi Stonebreaker on deck. 3 doubles in the game yesterday. Lead seems to be a little shorter at first base now for Brooks Lambrecht. Swinging at the outside pitch. He chased it. Strikeout. Big playmaker strikeout there for Leidy. Gets the first out of the inning. Stonebreaker on an excuse me swing, tap back to the pitcher to end the first inning. Three doubles, 3 RBIs on the year. Brooks Lambrecht measures his lead at first. Leidy on the delivery gets the inside call. Stonebreaker backs out, kind of shaking his head. 0-1, Leidy ahead in the count. Had a walk in the first, a walk in the second. And that one is going to hit Stonebreaker, who turned away. I don't know where it hit him, but it's somewhere around up around the shoulder neck area. That's going to leave a welt tomorrow. So first and second, one out. Logan Fox flew out to center field to start the second inning. So Leidy with runners at first and second. Worked in trouble in the first, worked in trouble in the second. Gave up a run in the first, got out of it in the second inning. And this is outside. So a walk in each of the first 3 innings by Leidy. After the E6, Lambrick with the single drove in that unearned run. And a swing through a fastball, 1-1. Designated hitter Logan Eastlick on deck. He reached on an error by the first baseman. Got stranded at second in the second inning. 1-1, 1 out. 2 runners aboard. Leidy taking his time and drills it inside, ball 2. So 2 walks and a hit by pitches. He did not walk Stonebreaker. I just wrote the wrong thing in the book. That pitch outside. Fox thought about it, pulled the bat back. Now Fox can dig in with the 3-1 count. Runners at first and second, 1 out. He can sit on a pitch that he likes. He stands about a third of the way back from the plate out of the right-handed batter's box. Back foot right on the back line. Back to first, and he got him! The pick. Great move by Leidy. Speed snuck behind the runner and picks him off. Big playmaker play on the pickoff. So he gets a strikeout and a pickoff, and now all of a sudden 2 down and the runner at second. Fox 3-1 in the count, 2 outs. Fox is going to step away. Now he'll step back in. Fox still in the hitter's count, can still sit in there and look for something to drive. With 2 outs, the runner going, that should score a run. 5-2 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. That pitch inside, and the runner who just got picked off first is replaced on the walk. Now there's a walk in every inning for Leidy. Eastlick reached on the error in the first inning. 3 for 6 on the season. We'll have the courtesy runner now coming in for the catcher, Brooks Lambrick, with 2 outs. Speed shading his eyes at first. So he obviously had problems picking up that ball that was hit by Eastlick his last time up. It's a high chopper coming out of the sun. He never really found it, tried to short hop it, went through. No harm as Eastlick got stranded at second in a scoreless second inning. The 0-1 delivery by Leidy will be fouled back, and that is over the fence and out of play. 0-2. So Leidy can afford to work here a little bit. Fox at first, Lambrick at second. Stonebreaker got picked off first base. We might have had a bases loaded situation here with just 1 out. Surprised you don't see that play more often. That first runner at first taking the big lead with the runner in front of him at second not being held. Reaching out, looping it out into the outfield and hustling over there, showing his range is Ben Hassett. 1 run in though, on 1 hit, no error, or I'm sorry, 1 error. And 2 left to board. We're through 2.5 innings. It's a 5-2 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. For the Post 320 Stars, that inning recap brought to you by Playmakers. We're back with the bottom of the 3rd inning as we continue here in the Vets Classic from Pete Lean Field. This is 320 baseball. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Bottom of the 3rd inning from the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. Tom Anderson bringing you the second Stars game of the day. They won the first game 25-3. They lead this one on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard 5-2. The Traders Market lineup here in the bottom of the 3rd. Leading off is Adam Jansen. He takes a called first strike. Colby Witt, who had a 2 RBI double in that 5-run first inning. And Burke Eschmeyer. This one, roller to the second baseman, right through the wicket. It'll be an E4. And Jansen is on. He got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, scored a run. And on the error, he stands on first base. Colby Witt will step in. That double by Witt gives him 8 on the year. He is sitting at 7 RBI after that 2 runs knocked in with that double. So Jansen on first created some havoc on the base paths last night. Had a delayed steal of home. I was trying to read through all my chicken scratch, but I think he had a couple of steals. And then he, on a delayed steal from first, allowed the runner to score from third. That pitch inside. Witt not afraid to take one for the team. He has been hit by a pitch 9 times so far this year. That leads the team. As a team, they've been hit 36 times. Two balls, no strikes as Witt steps back in. Bottom of the 3rd, nobody out. Jansen at first. And that pitch will hit Witt. He is in double digits with the HBPs now. The 10th time he's taken one. Let's see who they send in to run for Witt. They don't wait for the second out. They take advantage of the courtesy runner, which they allow for the catchers. And that will be Colton Sales. Sales, who started in left field last game, went 3 for 4, 4 runs, 4 RBIs, a big 3-run homer to left. Eschmeyer walked his first time up. Had a couple of walks in the first game. Turns to bunt. The ball goes sailing over his head. Pulls it back. Ball 1. So first and second, the 5-2 lead. Mike Jansen trying to move the runners along. Eschmeyer walked 3 times last game. Went 0 for 2 otherwise. He turns to bunt again. Pulls it back. Ball 2. So he's trying to give him it out, and Ott can't get the ball over the plate. First baseman in on the grass, third baseman even with the bag. Now he'll start to creep in a little bit. Stonebreaker. Now he backs up behind the bag. Run it down third base line, you may have a base hit. And right back to the pitcher. Turns, wheels, gets the lead runner at third. So they played it right, kept Stonebreaker at third base, and they get the force out there. So Eschmeyer, a little too hard on the bunt back to the mound. So 1-5 fielder's choice. Tegan Sales led off the game with a double, came around to score, walked with the bases loaded his last time up for the RBI. With one out, runners at first and second. Sales flies that one off to the right side. It is going to stay inside the fence. The first baseman got all the way to the fence and then found the ball, slipped on the gravel trying to get back to it. And the wind blowing fairly decently center to left field, so as that ball went to the right side, it's fighting the wind. It may have pushed it back some. That was high up in the air. Fox just couldn't get back to it. 0-1 the count to Sales. One hopper to the third baseman, drops the ball, boots the ball, and everybody's safe. Another error by Billings, loads up the bases. That's 2 errors in the inning now. And coming into the game, they had committed just 3 errors in their 4 games. Tonight, they have a throwing error that cost them basically the 5 runs in the first inning. And 2 errors here. They've got 3 errors in the game. That matches their season total. 1 out. Aiden Bird, he's been struck out twice tonight. He's their leading hitter, hitting .500 coming into today's action. Fouls it off to the left. He's been wearing out the car alarm alert on the foul balls. The opposite field, big hole out in left center. Drives it right up the mound and through. That's going to be a base hit, and 2 runs are going to score. Misplayed the ball in center field. They pick it up, and the runner holds at third. That is Sales holding up at third. Coming across the plate is Witt. Well, his courtesy runner Sales, but Witt gets credit for the run scored. Eschmeyer scores. And Bird with a couple of RBI, maybe getting untracked here. He was 0 for 2 in the first game. And in the game last night was 1 for 3. Actually, that might be 0 for 3. I think, not sure. Yeah, they did give him a hit on a drop ball by the left fielder, or a misplayed ball. It's hard to tell. I thought the left fielder on that play actually had the ball in his glove, but talking to Ryan Speed, he said it looked like it fell about 10 feet away from him. Runner from first goes, a throw way off the mark, stays in, and now they might have a pickoff. No. The delayed reaction by the second baseman, they had Tegan Sales on his way home. He anticipated that throw was going to get away, and when it didn't, he hustled back to the bag. The second baseman with the double clutch. Stolen base for Bird. His 6th of the year. Milhoff 0-2. Again, that key play in the first inning after the strikeout, hustling down the first baseline, forced the bad throw from the catcher. He ended up coming around to score one of the 5 unearned runs in that first inning. Has 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Fouls it off to the right side. Milhoff on the year with 22 RBI, 8 doubles and a triple. Hitting .393, looking to push that average back up above 400. Lifts one up, left field. Sales is going to tag with 1 out, and they're going to send him. Nope, now he puts on the brakes and comes back. So Sales started off, the fly ball was not deep enough, and the throw in was right on line, so Milhoff skies one to left field, cannot get the run in. Max Speed with runners at second and third. 2 outs. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him. I was having a conversation with Coach Mike Jansen between the games about them pitching around Speed. He said his hitters behind him just have to protect him. And Wald did a good job of that in the first game. So he went 3 for 4. Speed steps out. He got called out on strikes his last time up. Got hit by a pitch in the first inning. One of the 5 runners to score. Checks his swing, but the pitch was in the strike zone. 0-1 to Speed. Pitch way outside, 1-1. He plays Speed straight away. Left fielder playing very shallow for the number 4 hitter. Speed takes a look at that pitch. It looked really good. It's called the ball, 2-1.
He's so tall.
Just misses the bottom of the zone. 2-1 pitch. Speed behind on the fastball, 2-2. So the deuce is wild on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. 22 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the third. The umpire grants timeout. Ott and his catcher, Brooks Lambrecht, maybe not on the same page. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Speed looks at it go outside, full count. Runners at second and third, so they're not on the run. They'll be moving on contact. Speed off the fist, slow roller to second base, flip it to first, that ends the inning. But a couple more runs in for the Stars. They take a 7-2 lead. They score the 2 runs on just 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left aboard at the end of 3 full innings. It's a 7-2 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. We continue with more 320 baseball here from Pete Lean Field. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast.
First up to bat for the Bandits, number 4, Asai Flores.
It's like Seth Lefebvre has come in to pitch for the Post 320 Stars. This pitching change brought to you by Traders Market. And the Traders Market batting order here in the top of the 4th inning will be Flores, Murray, and then back to the top of the order for Robinson. So we'll get the line for Leidy. No balls, 2 strikes. Lefebvre. This is outside. He came in relief of Eschmeyer in that second game against Post 22. Lasted just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, struck out 1. He gets a strikeout here to start the top of the 4th inning. A better start for Lefebvre. Ryder Murray got called out on strikes in the first inning. So Leidy goes 3 innings. He's up 2 hits, 2 runs. 1 of those earned. He walked 3 and had a couple of strikeouts. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner. 1-1 is the count to Murray. Low and away, ball 2. Looking at the line score I had for him, and I forgot to put the innings in and shifted everything to the left. 2-2, the count, and that pitch just misses. Count is full with one out. Number 9 hitter Ryder Murray trying to get things going here for Billings in the top of the 4th inning, trailing 7-2 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Catches the outside corner, ring him up. The second time Ryder Murray's been caught looking. A playmaker strikeout for Lefebvre. Much better start to this outing than he had against Post 22. Robinson singled and scored. Tagged on a fly ball from second to third. Tagged from third to home on another fly ball to center. Plated the first run for Billings. Flew out to right field his last time up to end the second inning. Breaking pitch gets a swinging strike from Robinson, 0-1. Two hopper to the shortstop. Wald comes up with it over to first base. Easy play. 1-2-3 inning. First clean inning of the game for either side. Billings down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Lefebvre in relief of Beck Leidy. Playmakers brings you that inning recap. 7-2 lead for the Stars on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. And we are back with more 320 baseball from the Black Hills Vets Classic. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. For Post 320, the Traders Market batting order here in the bottom of the 4th inning will be Ben Hassett, Noah Wald, and Adam Jansen. Hassett, a sacrifice fly in the first inning to plate a run, had a single in the second inning. He is 1 for 1. Did not play in the first game here today and gets hit. Tried to dance out of the way, but there's no place for him to go except down. So he reaches base. That is the third hit batsman in the game by Billings. They had hit 9 batters. Now let me get to the pitching not hitting. They had hit just 3 batters as a staff coming in to this game. 2 of those by Stonebreaker. Now Hassett's still trying to walk it off over there. While he's doing that, give us a chance to thank a couple of our game sponsors for Post 320. American Family, Davis & Associates, Nick Davis Agent, Stuart Martin Remax Results Real Estate Team, Complete HVAC, and Anco Builders of Infrastructure and Communications. Game scheduled for tomorrow in the Post 22 pool. Laramie against Grand Junction. 18U Prime Mountain West plays Gillette. Then they come back to play Dickinson. And Post 22 will be taking on Alliance in the final game of the day there. Just 4 games scheduled rather than the 5 that they've had. And 4 games scheduled here at Pete Lean as well. We'll get to those a little bit later. That pitch is inside as Noah Wald, 1 for 2. Singled in the first with an RBI single. Scored a run in the first. Flew out to the shortstop. That pitch inside as well, 2-0. Hassett at first base, has some speed. Stolen 3 bases so far this year. With the lead, pitch is high. 3 balls, no strikes. Wald hitting .286 starting today. Trying to move that average up. That pitch, delayed call by the umpire. Wald thought he had earned the walk. Instead steps back into the box looking at a 3-1 count now. Hassett dives back, plenty of time. Creep his way out, still short of that big lead at the infield cutout. Lined right up the middle off the fist, played by the shortstop, got through the second baseman. Shortstop was there. I thought the second baseman was probably trying to grab the ball and touch the bag and go to first. And as he tried to make that play, the ball skips under the glove. Now we're going to have a little conference on the mound. I'm going to call that a single. I don't know what they'll score it. Ben Hassett took that ball on the leg or the ankle, so he comes in. He's still a little gimpy. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a break and come back with the Traders Market lineup change as we continue with 3:20 baseball from the Vets Classic here from Pete Lean Field. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. So your Traders Market pitching change, Braden Eaton, big left-hander, comes in. 3 innings in the book for Jaden Ott. He has given up one. Trying to look through the fence. I can't tell if that's a 6 or an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Must be a 6. 6 hits. He's responsible for 7 runs scored, and he's responsible for the runners at first and second here. Adam Jansen reached on an error. He'd been hit by a pitch. First baseman playing in. Now he scoots over to first. Closed pitching stance. Turning to show the bunt was Jansen. We'll see if he's actually going to bunt or he just wants to get that infield in motion. Open up a hole. It's a 7-2 lead for the Stars at the moment here in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody on, first and second. Jansen, Witt, Eschmeyer, the next 3 due up. He'll stay with the bunt and is fouled in the box. 1-1. Jansen was 2 for 2 in the first game. Was hit by a pitch, drew a walk. Check that, 2 of 3, reached on an error. First baseman creeping in, turned to bunt it right to the first baseman. Turns, throws, makes the play. This time the sacrifice works. The last time they tried to put the bunt down, they ended up getting the force out at third. So runners to second and third, 1 out. Colby Witt to the plate. Drove in a couple of runs with a double in the first inning, got hit by a pitch and scored. Well, his ghost runner scored, courtesy runner scored. Credited to Witt. Eaton pitches out of the stretch, and Witt looks at a strike inside. For Eaton, his first, well, I have him written down with the pitchers. He may have been in 1 game, thrown an inning. And nobody with a lot of work with just 4 games in the book, 2 coming into this tournament. That pitch misses too far inside, 1-1. So Witt's looked at a couple of pitches on the inside part of the plate. 1 a strike, 1 a ball, 1 out. Witt trying to add to that RBI total and extend this 7-2 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He drives this one deep left field, and that is going to be gone. A playmaker's home run for Colby Witt, his first of the year. A double and now a 3-run jack for Colby Witt. And that makes it a 10-2 game here in the bottom of the 4th. And as a reminder of the mercy run rules, we ran into a snag last game. It's 2 South Dakota teams playing. They have to play 5 regardless of the score. It's an 8-run mercy rule after 5, 15 after 3, post 22, or post 320. Scored 22 runs, and they beat Cody 22-7 on that 15-run mercy rule. They had to go 5 full innings in their first game here against Huron. They defeated them 25-3. They're up by 8 right now, 10-2. So if nothing changes, top of the 5th goes down, the game would be over there. Swing and a miss by Eschmeyer. Count is 1-1. Eschmeyer drew a walk, and he tried to bunt his last time up, and that was the 1-5 force at third. He came around to score after reaching on the fielder's choice. Takes a strike here. It's 1-2. 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. 10-2 lead for the Stars on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. That pitch low and inside, 2-2. Make sure you join us at the end of this game, whether it's in the 5th or it goes longer than that, for the Soundbites Vintage postgame show, as well as our Paisanos Paquia player of the game. Swings through the off-speed pitch, and Eschmeyer sits down with the strikeout. Tegan Sales, 1 of 2 tonight. Had a double to lead off the game, came around to score, walked with the bases loaded, reached on an error his last time up, got stranded at third. Sales with 2 outs, watches that pitch outside. Nobody on base. Unusual thing for the Stars, but a home run will do that. Witt with a blast to left field. All the left fielder could do is turn and watch it sail over the fence. Witt with a double and a home run. He's got 5 RBIs in the game. He scored 2 times, hit by a pitch in between that double and home run. Off the fist to the third baseman. Stonebreaker fires to first, and that will end the bottom of the 4th, but 3 more runs in for post 320. They did it with 2 hits, no errors, nobody left standing. And it's a 10-2 lead for the post 320 Stars as we turn the inning to the top of the 5th. I'm just trying to find where I'm supposed to be going. Paisanos Pachia's Pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Tom Anderson back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth here at Pete Lean Field. Day 2 of the Black Hills Vet Classic. Traders Market batting order here in the top of the 5th inning. Grayson Waltner, the number 2 hitter, followed by Brooks Lambrick and Lucas Lambrick. Feber still on the mound. Had the only clean inning of the game so far. Strikeout, and a ground out to shortstop on a nice play by Wald. And misses outside 2-0. So for 320, they've got 3 home runs here tonight. I don't know that I'd seen them hit a home run in any of the games that we've covered. Actually, one. That pitch just catches the outside, 2-1. Max Speed had a 3-run home run in the first inning against Huron, and then Colton Sales blasted a 3-run shot. This one's driven to left field. Hassett on the run, and Hassett reaches up and makes a playmaker's play off that bad leg. He came gimping in on the pitching change after being hit by the pitch, but Hassett on his horse comes up with the reach in left field, saves a double, and 1 gone instead of a runner at second. Brooks Lambrecht. Been singing the praises of this outfield of post 320 all season. They have range and they have good hands. That pitch misses inside. 1-0 the count, 1 gone, top of 5. It's an 8-run lead, 8-run mercy rule after 5. Bieber just needs to put a goose egg up there, and we are done. Post-game show, we will recap the hitting and pitching lines for post 320. Take a look at the scores from today. Take a look at the schedule for tomorrow. And then come back and name our Paisanos player of the game as we wrap things up here. Day 2 of the Black Hills Bet Classic. 2-1 the count. Lambrecht takes a look at a pitch outside. Count goes to 3-1. Lambrecht with an RBI single after Waltner reached on an error. Ended up at second base when the throw got away from Speed. Here goes Hassett on his horse again, all the way to the fence, and that is going to be a fence opener. And he politely closes it. He'll head back to his position. That wind blowing from center to left. Hassett showing no ill effects of being hit by that pitch. Made a long running catch for the first out. Went all the way to the gate, knocked it open for the foul ball. And this one fouled off to the right side now by Lambrecht. Foul to left, foul to the right. See if he can do the old straighten out thing somewhere. Billings needs to score a run here in this inning to keep the game moving. Well, post 320 looking to stay undefeated. And there is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Lefebvre as Lambrecht swings through the fastball. 2 gone. Lucas Lambrecht, he struck out and had a sacrifice fly that plated the first run for the Bandits. Lucas Lambrecht, the last hope here in the top of the 5th inning. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Feber just takes that little step back on the windup. Just misses outside. Very similar windups from several of these post 320 pitchers. A step back and not a whole lot of mechanics going on in those windups, which keeps things very simple. 2 runs, just 2 hits on the game, 3 errors for Billings so far. 10 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Stars. Off to the right side, giving chase, and the dive is going to be a few feet short by Colton Milhoff in right field. The great hustle by Milhoff in right and Hassett in left trying to chase after the balls in foul territory. 2-2, 2 outs. Lambrecht steps back in. Lefebvre trying to close it out here for Beck Leidy. That pitch just inside and holding off was Lambrecht. Count goes full. Leidy went 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Lefebvre in his 2nd inning of relief. Induces the foul ball. And so far, Lefebvre has been perfect with 3 strikeouts, 5 up, 5 down, looking to make it the second clean inning and close out this game, close out the second day of the Black Hills Bet Classic. Worm killer to short, to first, and that is it. 6-3. Outstanding relief performance from Lefebvre. Goes 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and posts 320. Picks up the 10-2 win to stay undefeated in the Black Hills Bet Classic tournament. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the Soundbites Vintage post-game show next here from Pete Lean Field. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels. Welcome back to the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. This is the Soundbites Vintage post-game show. The Stars saw Billings score the first run of the game off a leadoff single, a walk, and a couple of flyouts. Leighton Robinson advancing to second, or from second to third, and from third to home on those flyouts. A run scored by Billings in the third inning after an error had Waltner at second. Brooks Lambrick had a single, but that was it on the night. Just 2 hits tonight for Billings. And the 2 runs for the Stars, they answered in that bottom of the first inning with 5 runs, all of those unearned. A leadoff double by Sales. Bird got called out on strikes. Melhoff struck out, but the catcher dropped the ball. Sales advancing to third. I think that caught the attention of the catcher, who misfires to first base, putting Melhoff there. Speed gets hit by a pitch. Hassett with a sacrifice fly. Wald with an RBI single. Jansen is hit by a pitch, and then a 2-run double by Colby Witt. And it was 5 in the first. They scored 2 more in the third inning. They started off with an error. Another hit by pitch. Trying to bunt was Eschmeyer. Jansen got thrown out at third. An error on the third baseman loaded the bases. Aiden Bird with a 2 RBI single. And then in the fourth inning, 3 runs crossed. Another hit by pitch, followed by a single by Wald. Then the big 3-run homer from Colby Witt. And that sealed the deal. Witt went 2 for 2, 2 runs, 5 RBI. Just totaling up the box scores here now. So for Beck Leidy, went 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. 1 of those earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Seth Lefebvre comes in relief. Pitches a perfect 2 innings. No hits, no runs, no walks. He struck out 3. Tegan Sales goes 1 for 3, drew a walk, had a double, run scored, RBI in as well. 1 for 3 for Aiden Bird, a 2 RBI single, had a stolen base. 0 for 3 for Melhoff, but he scored after reaching on that error. 0 for 2 for Max Speed. He scored off a hit by pitch. Ben Hassett, an RBI sacrifice fly, scored after he got hit by a pitch. He was 1 for 1. Noah Wald, 2 for 3, scored twice, had an RBI. Adam Jansen, 0 for 2, but he scored after getting hit by a pitch. He also reached on an error. Colby Witt, his 2 big home runs, also hit by a pitch. Scored a run on that, had 5 RBIs and a run scored. Burke Eschmeyer, 0 for 2, scored a run after reaching on that fielder's choice. He was also on base with a walk. So let's look at Post 320's line scores and box scores. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the Paisanos player of the game and wrap things up with the Soundbites Vintage post-game show as we wrap up day 2 of the Black Hills Bet Classic here from Pete Lean Field. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243 and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Welcome back to the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. This is the Soundbites Vintage post-game show. So the Stars sweep the doubleheader tonight, 25-3 over Huron, 10-2 over Billings. That moves them to 3-0 in the tournament. Other games played today at post 22 pool. It was 18U Prime Mountain West, a 15-3 win over Alliance. Post 22, 8-0 over Laramie. Gillette Downs Dickinson 6-2. Did not have a final on the Gillette Grand Junction score. And post 22 and Dickinson right now. Let's see. I can't tell which one they have going. 5-1 lead for post 22 in that game at this moment. Do not have the inning and not going to be able to get that looked up. In the post 320 pool today, it was Elkhorn, Nebraska over Cody, 10-9, 10-0 shutout Sheridan as they stay undefeated. As they defeat 16U Prime Mountain West. It was Huron by a run over Prime Mountain West. They pick up their first win of the year. And then post 320 with their doubleheader sweep tonight over Huron and Billings. Tomorrow it's Billings against Cody at 11:30. There is no 9 o'clock game. Then Cody will take on 16U Prime Mountain West, Huron, and Sheridan. And then post 320 against Elkhorn over at Fitzgerald. It is Laramie against Grand Junction at 11:30, followed by 18U Prime Mountain West against Gillette. And then they will back it up against Dickinson. And post 22 will play Alliance. Then the teams will be seeded, and there will be a schedule for Sunday. I have no idea what that schedule is going to be. The only thing I saw is post 22 and post 320 would play the last games regardless of seed. I don't know what happens if they play each other, depending on where the seed is. But we will try and sort all that out and get it posted somewhere online. You can always check my Facebook page. As soon as I get that information, I'll post it up. I will not be here for tomorrow night's game as we partner up with Rapid City War Eagles as well. I'll be doing their webcast. But the game will still be streamed against Elkhorn. I don't know if anybody will be here to provide updates. But you can at least watch the game. And if you have the notion, check out Rapid City's semi-pro football team. They are playing at home their third game of the year, 1-1 on the season. For Post 320, we want to thank their sponsors, Beersbach Equipment and Supply, Strive Fitness, Denny Menhold Auto Group, Shields, Tatco Construction, Water Tree Hot Tub Saunas Water Treatment, McKee Ford, South Dakota Mines, Scoopy Cow, American Family, Davis & Associates, Nick Davis Agent, Stuart Martin, Remax Results Real Estate Team, Complete HVAC, and Anco Builders of Infrastructure and Communications, and our webcast sponsors of both 320 and Rapid City War Eagles, Playmakers, Mike's Auto Sales, Dakota Discount RV, Traders Market, Soundbites Vintage, and Paisanos Paquia. And it is time to name the Paisanos Paquia. This is going to be the easiest one out of the 3 games. After all those runs scored in the first 2 games, it was hard to pick a hitter out. Our player of the game on Thursday was Anders Lockhart, who came in and pitched perfect relief. Our player of the game in the first game tonight, going 3 for 3, scoring 2 runs and 5 RBI. Tegan Sales, his third player of the game award so far this year. And the player of the game tonight with a 3-run homer and a 2-run double, Colby Witt, 2 for 2, scored 2 runs, had 5 runs knocked in. So Colby Witt, our Paisanos player of the game. So once again, the finals here tonight for Post 320 is a 25-3 win over Huron and a 10-2 Mercy Rule 8-run rule over Billings. A score of 10-2. Beck Leidy with the win. Our player of the game, Colby Witt. So this is Tom Anderson thanking you for watching and listening to the Black Hills Vet Classic. This is Post 320 Baseball.